What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today's video will be another summary of a Matrix movie, and today I'll be doing my synopsis of Matrix Reloaded, the second of the Matrix movies. This film was actually a lot less convoluted than The Matrix, and a lot less convoluted than the finality, Matrix Revolutions, but it's a Matrix movie, so it's still pretty convoluted, and I'll just do my best to explain in this video. So at the beginning of the movie, Neo has dreams where Trinity is dying in the Matrix, and like she's jumping over a skyscraper trying to get to the other side, but she gets shot by Agent Smith, blah blah blah. And then he wakes up and he's scared or whatever. And then Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus are currently in Zion, which is the last human city. And then Morpheus is like, we need to go back into the Matrix and have Neo talk to the Oracle again. And then this dude named Commander Locke is like, no way, we can't afford to have even one ship stay away from our base, or we'll definitely die when the machines attack. And then Commander Locke is also kind of has a grudge against Morpheus, because Morpheus used to date Niobe, and now Commander Locke is dating Niobe. So it's kind of like this drama or whatever. Then there's this old white guy that's apparently higher ranked than Commander Locke. And he basically is like, I believe in Neo, take the ship and go talk to the Oracle. So Neo and Trinity and Morpheus enter the Matrix again to talk to the Oracle, and this dude Link stays in the ship so he can get them out or whatever, and he's like part of the crew. I think he might have been in the first movie. It's hard to remember. And he like helps them do stuff in the Matrix, like he can like program stuff in and like teach them how to drive a motorcycle or some stuff like that. So Neo goes to talk with the Oracle. He walks through this weird hallway with all these doors, and then he walks through a door and sees the Oracle sitting on a park bench, and she's like feeding pigeons or something, and there's a bunch of pigeons because for some reason the Matrix, they chose New York City to be the Matrix. But then again, there must be other places, because how could everyone be in New York City in the Matrix? But we only ever see New York City pretty much in the Matrix. Anyway, Neo is going to talk to the Oracle. The Oracle tells Neo that she is a program in the Matrix, and that other programs come to this mysterious place to hide from being either destroyed by the Matrix or absorbed into the Matrix's mainframe. And it seems to be that the Oracle is a unique program within the Matrix that has individuality, unlike the other programs in the Matrix. Then the Oracle is like, Neo, you must find the Keymaker. And then Agent Smith comes out of nowhere with a bunch of doppelgangers of Agent Smith, and we find out that Agent Smith can assimilate things like people in the Matrix into himself, and then they become a carbon copy of him. And then the Oracle disappears or something, I don't really remember what happened, and then leaves Neo to face Agent Smith alone. And Agent Smith and his proxies fight Neo in an exceedingly long combat scene, and then Neo eventually beats Agent Smith, flies away literally like Superman, like this. And then Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo go to this dinner party and talk to this guy. I think they literally call him the Frenchman because he's French. It's in the movie. I don't know why it's in the movie. So they talk to this guy called the Frenchman, who's supposed to have a lead on the location of the Keymaker. The Frenchman has this wife named Persephone, and she's really hot, and it's sort of relevant to the plot line, because later Trinity gets jealous of her when Neo has to kiss her so that she tells them where the keymaker is. It kind of made no sense, but it happened in the movie. And her name, Persephone, is a reference to Greek mythology. Something about someone goes to Hades. She's the daughter of the harvest goddess or something. She eats a pomegranate seed and then she has to stay there forever as the bride of Hades. But then again, it's just a reference the Matrix made that might not even matter to the movie at all. Anyways, it's implied that the Frenchman is about to cheat on his wife at the end of the dinner because he's like giving looks to this other woman at the other table or something. So it's kind of implied that their marriage is on the rocks or something. But then again, they're in the Matrix and they're not real. But then again, they think they're real because of their consciousness. Anyway, Persephone leads Trinity and Neo into a well-furnished bathroom. It's like a really, really nice bathroom. Like, you would want to have this bathroom. Like, it has marble countertops, and it has, like, I think it even had those, like, divider things. Like, two, like, really long divider things in between the urinals. And not all bathrooms have that, so it was pretty good. Pretty good. And then basically Persephone says, I'll tell you where the keymaker is if Neo kisses me. And I'm not making this part up. This actually happened in the movie. I don't know why this was a plot point. Neo kisses her, but she says, no, I want you to kiss me like you kissed Trinity. I haven't been in love for so long or whatever, and I want to feel it one more time. It's a really weird scene. So Neo basically makes out with Persephone for a couple seconds, and then she leads them to the keymaker. And then they're all about to escape the mansion with the keymaker, but then the Frenchman catches them, and all of the Frenchman's guys start shooting machine guns at Neo, and then Neo raises his hand like this, and then all the bullets freeze in midair, and then they just fall one by one, and they harmlessly land on the ground. And then another martial arts scene that's exceedingly long ensues because of the convenient premise of bullets not working. And then anyway, these evil twins come in, and they're like, they have this weird white hair, and it's kind of actually creepy. And they're like, they can like dematerialize themselves like ghosts, and then rematerialize themselves, and then fight that way. It's kind of weird. You kind of have to watch the movie to understand it. So Neo kills everybody there except the Frenchman and the twins while he's fighting. And then he gets kicked through a door by a door in the mansion. One of the evil twins kicks him through a door, and then he's at the top of transported to the top of a mountain in the Matrix, far away from the city. Meanwhile, Morpheus and Trinity are fighting the twins while protecting the keymaker. Morpheus is like, the only way out of the Matrix is taking the highway, and then Trinity says, but you said that's certain death, Morpheus, and Morpheus is like, it's our only option. So Agent Smith and the twins and the cops in the Matrix are following Trinity and Morpheus around the highway in a really long car chase with a lot of guns, a lot of explosions, a lot of cars flipping. It's pretty entertaining. Anyway, Neo is flying through the mountains back to the highway and saves Morpheus and the Keymaker just in time. They all escape to a relatively safe place in the Matrix and plan their next move. The Keymaker tells Neo he must go to the whatever floor of this building and go through a door with the special key. So to get rid of the security systems or something, they decide to blow up a nuclear power plant. It happened. I don't really get it, but that's what happened. So Agent Smith and his guys keep backup power on after they blow up the plant somehow. because they were supposed to blow up the plant and then stop backup power or something. And Trinity has to flee for her life, while meanwhile Agent Smith is fighting Neo again. The Keymaker is killed, but gives Neo the special key with his dying breath and tells him to go on and open the door. So Neo makes it to the door and enters this all white room with a bunch of like boxy 90s, 80s, whatever era TVs. There's a wall of TV screens, and he meets the architect, who is the one that built the Matrix. And the architect explains the first Matrix was a paradise, but humans became suspicious of it and broke free. So in the next version, inequality, pain, and human suffering were incorporated to create a level of realism in the Matrix, so it was easier to control them. So Neo learns that what humans call the One is actually an anomaly in the Matrix, basically a 1 in a billion error in the system. And Neo is told there were 5 the Ones before him, and they all took his deal. The architect's deal was that after the machines destroy Zion, the One gets to choose 45 men and 75 women or something from Zion to repopulate and build Zion again. So Zion was actually destroyed and rebuilt 5 times. Essentially, the architect will guarantee Neo control of the Matrix and the machines in exchange for the survival of a small amount of the human race in Zion. So basically, it seems that the Matrix are the Squiddies and the AI race that are controlling the Matrix. It's almost like they're hunting down Zion, gives them a purpose. It unifies the AI race, and it almost seems like Zion is sort of incorporated into the systems of control in the Matrix, where they basically, the machine race is kept in line by their hatred of the humans. So there's almost like there's this codependence between Zion surviving and the Matrix surviving. So the architect says you can go through this door and save the human race, or you can go through this door and try to save Trinity, who's at that point is being chased by Agent Smith and is about to be caught up to. And he's like, I already know you're going to go through that door and try to save Trinity. So Neo goes to try to save Trinity. Trinity is shot, and Neo flies and gets her before she hits the ground. And then Neo like reaches inside Trinity, and for a moment Trinity's body is like a bunch of pixels, and he like reaches into the pixels, finds the bullet, and pulls it out and saves her life after taking it out. And then Morpheus and Trinity escape somehow. I don't even remember how it happened. I guess it doesn't matter that much. They're back in the real world now. And then at the beginning of Matrix 3, we learn that Neo, who is unconscious in the real world, is at a train station between the Matrix and the real world. And now that I come to think of it, Matrix Reloaded was an utterly pointless movie, because all they did was talk to the Oracle, then they found the Keymaker, then he talks to the Architect, and then Neo barely escapes with his life, and then he gets stuck in a train station between the Matrix and the real world. They might as well have just stayed behind and listened to Commander Locke, because Neo chooses to listen to the Oracle in Matrix Revolutions anyways. So it's basically superfluous that he learned the Oracle was a program in the Matrix and talked to the Architect, because I don't know if it even really changed what happens in the last Matrix movie. So basically, the movie might have been pointless. Well, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.